Santiago Pusso. A classical musician by training, he works with children in the most deprived slums of Buenos Aires, teaching music. Pusso says he has another vocation, helping to safeguard the Argentine capital's heritage. He's on the way to San Telmo, a district of low-lying houses considered to be the birthplace of the tango. He's going there to lead a protest over the conversion of a 19th century building into a block of flats. In 2007, Pusso set up Basta de Demoler, Stop the Demolitions, which organizes peaceful protests. To date, the organization has brought attention to the proposed destruction of over 300 properties around the city. Santiago Pusso is our heritage hero. Today, Buenos Aires is a city of around 13 million. The surge in immigration started in the late 19th century, lasting to the outbreak of the First World War. Most came from Europe. This great influx was accompanied by a building boom, with fine architecture showing the influence from home. Up to the 1950s, Argentina was one of the most prosperous countries in the world. Its fine architecture and the tango, the music that was Buenos Aires' own, advertised a confident city. But that legacy is under threat from a modern property boom. Buenos Aires has come late to the concept of conservation. There are only 100 buildings in the city centre protected by law. By comparison, Liverpool in the United Kingdom has 2,500.
In front of us you can see a 70s building that looks completely out of place with the old heritage school building next to it. This is not a city that has taken care of the conservation of its architectural heritage.
6 years ago, when developers turned their attention to the street where Santiago Pusso lived, with plans to build a new car park, the music teacher decided it was time to take a stand.
Through the local newspaper ads, I asked neighbours to join me and see what we could do to fight against these demolitions. The demolition of a building that you have seen all your life. I've always lived in this neighbourhood. It is like losing a part of your life, of your history.
The protest failed and the car park was built. But Pusso was undeterred. Together with friends involved in the unsuccessful protest, he set up Basta de Demoler, Stop the Demolitions. The group's first major campaign was 4 years ago, when a 1920s building of Parisian design was earmarked for destruction. Stop the Demolitions took the developer to court, arguing that the building should be considered a part of the city's historic heritage. The case was heard by Judge Roberto Gallardo. He was sympathetic to their cause.
Fortunately, in Latin America, we're now starting to look at things differently. But we have still to pay for the short-sightedness of policies that looked for quick solutions and that destroyed so much memory, so much history, and so much more than buildings alone.
No fueron únicamente piedras las que cayeron en Latinoamérica, ¿no? Después de muchas gestiones en la legislatura, lo que logramos era la protección.
The judge decided in our favour, and we were able to cancel the construction permit and prevent this from becoming a modern 8-story building.
Totalmente para construir un edificio de balcón corrido de 8 pisos de altura.
The celebration came with a presentation by popular Argentine singer Antonio Birabent and lots of media attention.
Que no fuera solamente el hecho de estar gritando, sino que también había una.
It is not just a matter of yelling, but showing that there is an artistic and a heritage issue at stake, which is interesting. And in that way we got good press coverage, and through that we managed to get the government and other authorities taking notice. Until then, nobody had paid us any attention.
For the first time, heritage conservation laws were proposed in Congress. Teresa de Ancorena, a member of the Argentine Congress at the time, became the most vocal supporter of the new laws.
When politicians realise people are interested, they take notice. And when the media notice that these issues are of interest to both politicians and the people, they too reflect this. In this way, a kind of positive synergy is created.
But the new urban planning code has its limitations. This is San Telmo, credited with being the birthplace of the tango. Close to the city centre, it's prime real estate. A target for the developers and for Pusso and Stop the Demolitions. As night falls, the Basta de Demoler crew are out in force, daubing protest slogans on the boards hiding the construction sites, what they describe as their graffiti mission. The following day, it's Sunday, market day, and those still awake gather signatures. In less than 2 hours, the group have over 1,000.
Bueno, yo creo que el gran cambio en los últimos tiempos por Basta de Demoler y por...
I think that the great change that we have achieved through Stop the Demolitions and other organizations in the past few years has been to awaken the conscience of a city. And we have made people understand that there are interests who do not want what is best for us, and that it is time to make a stand and fight for the city we want and love.
Por la ciudad que queremos y por la ciudad que amamos.